project selection. So we know the definition and before is a project introduction, the project definition, objective, and what is a project. Now is a project selection. Project selection is the process of evaluating individual projects or groups of projects and then choosing to implement some set of them so that the objective of the parent organization will be achieved. So, uh, project selection is about evaluating. So, you need to evaluate individual project or group of project and choosing the implement some set of them so that the objective of the parent organization will be achieved. So, you project selection is evaluating to achieve some objective. So managers often use decision aiding models to extract the relevant issues of a problem from the detail in which the problem is embedded. So models represent the problem structure and can be useful in selecting and evaluating projects. So what is the criteria of project selection model? So first we know about the realism, which is a reality of manager's decision. Second is capability, able to simulate different scenarios and optimize the decision. Project criteria can consider the flexibility, provide valid result within the range of condition, ease of use, reasonably convenient, easy execution, and easily understood, cost, data gathering and modeling cost, and last one is easy computerization. So computerization you will learn in module 2, is Microsoft Office. So, but the project selection model is needed to consider with six criteria: realism, capability, flexibility, ease of use, cost, and easy computerization. So two basic type of models, which is a numeric and non-numeric. So two critical facts is model do not make decision. So people do. All models, however sophisticated, are only partial representation of the reality they are meant to reflect. So even you have project selection model, but the decision is us, it's ours. It's a people do. And the second one is like sometimes the model is a sophisticated, it's a complicated. So it just a suggestion to us to make a decision. So what is a non-numeric model? So non-numeric model, they have a scared cow. Project is suggested by a senior and powerful official in the organization. Operating necessity, the project is required to keep the system running. Competitive necessity, project is necessary to sustain a competitive position. Product line extension, projects are judged on how they fit with the current product line, fill a gap, strengthen a weak link, or extend the line a new desirable way. And comparative benefit model, several projects are considered and the one with the most benefit to the firm is selected. This is a non-numeric model. How about numeric model, or we call it a profit model? So numeric model, we can see about the payback period, initial fixed investment, estimated annual cash inflow from the project, average rate of return, average annual profit, average investment, discounted cash flow, present value method, internal rate of return, find rate of return that equals present value of inflow and outflow, profitability index. So numeric models dia lebih kepada profitability. So it's talking about the business is about the profit. So if you have a model for the business, it is suitable for numeric model. So numeric model scoring is unweighted 0 to 1 is factor model, unweighted factor scoring model, weighted factor scoring model, constant weighted factor scoring model, goal programming with multiple objective. So risk versus uncertainty. What is a risk? What is uncertainty? So we analysis under uncertainty. So the management of risk. So the difference between risk and uncertainty. So risk is a risiko. So when the decision maker knows the probability of each and every state of nature and thus each and every outcome, and expected value of each alternative action can be determined. So risk when the decision maker know the probability and can suggest the alternative action. That is a risk. Uncertainty is when a decision maker has information that is not complete and therefore cannot determine the expected value of each alternative. So you can define in your project proposal is that the project is a risk or risky or uncertainty. So if risk, you have a analysis before, you have a probability and you can make a suggestion, either alternative suggestion to get a better. But uncertainty, you lack of information. So you cannot determine the expected value of each alternative. So the project is a gray project, means that you don't know uh, the the expected result. Your hypothesis is unclear. That is the uncertainty. So risk analysis, principal contribution of risk analysis is to focus the attention on understanding the nature and extent of the uncertainty associated with some variable used in decision making process. So risk analysis is attention to the and understanding the nature of the project, and you need to give a question or uncertainty, extend the some uncertainty. You follow the nature of the project from the previous project and extend to the uncertainty question. So this is can make you a hypothesis to in the end to make a decision making. So usually understood to use financial measure in determining the desirability of an investment project. So risk analysis ini banyak digunakan. Is a lot used for the investment project for finance. The risk analysis, and for construction also you need to risk analysis because it's involved for budget. So the probability distribution are determined or subjectively estimated for each of the uncertain variables. The probability distribution for the rate of return for net present value is then found by simulation. Both the expectation and its variability are important criteria in the evaluation of project. So important untuk risk analysis, you need to uh, identify the expectation and variability to evaluate the project. So risk analysis also is one of the career. So risk analysis for the project. So risk analysis, I can call them is we can call them is auditor. So auditor can analyze the risk of the project. This is career for risk analysis. This is probability versus cost. So for the best project is the graph is like likelihood. So the probability is higher in the middle of the cost. Information base for selection. For first is accounting data, measurement, subjective versus objective, quantitative versus qualitative, reliable versus unreliable, valid versus invalid. And another one is technological shock. So what is a project proposal? So this is your assignment. Which project should be bid on? how you need to make a question like this: which project should be bid on? How should the proposal preparation process be organized and staffed? How much should be spent on preparing proposals for bids? How should the bid prices be set? What is the bidding strategy? Is it ethical? So this is an example of the bid proposal for bidding. Okay? So how much should be spent on preparing proposal for bids? How should the bid prices be set? What is the bidding strategy? Is it ethical? So bidding strategy is a lot. So in the real world, so bidding strategy is a something is subjective. So you need to have your own strategy to make sure your proposal is interesting. So project proposal content executive summary is a you need to summarize the all of your proposal within the short paragraph, or we call it is abstract, cover letter, nature of the technical problem, plan for implementation of project, is it like a Gantt chart timeline, plan for the logistic support and administration of the project, description of group proposing to do the work, any relevant past experience that can be applied. So from the summary for chapter 2 is a primary selection criteria are so realism, capability, flexibility, ease of use, and cost. In preparing to use a model, a firm must identify its objective, weighting them relative to each other, determining the probable impact of the project on the firm's competitive abilities. So we have a two project selection type. First is a numeric and second is a non-numeric. Numeric models can be subdivided into profitability and scoring model. This is like more to the business model. To handle uncertainty, pro forma documents, risk analysis, and simulation with sensitivity analysis are helpful. Special care should be given to the data in project selection model. Of concern are data taken from accounting database and the effect of technological shock. So project proposal generally consists of several sections: the technical approach, the implementation plan, the plan for logistics, support and administration, and past experience. The history of project selection model has shown an increase in the use of formal models, particularly profitability models. So any question or opinion or experience you want to share about the project selection? Do you have an experience in project selection? So anyone? Anyone from industry? Do you have any experience for project selection or project in the project management? You can share here. So no? Is it you can hear me? You semua senyap.
Yeah,
Yeah. Syuhada, do you have experience in project management?
no, no.
No. Okay. So this is a very good career opportunity as a project manager. In the project manager, you can apply for the professional membership in the project management, and lastly, you can be an auditor for the project risk analysis. So you can think about your future career if you want to be a some professional job with the higher salary. Is a project manager is the best job for the higher salary.